Hey you, I'm Anissa. Today's video is for anyone who is ready for the new year energy for 2025, but knows better than to start setting goals, resolutions, projecting into the future without actually integrating lessons and learnings and wins from 2024. This video is meant to help you release what's not been working in 2024, actually embrace what's been working for you in this year, and how can you carry that into this new year so that you're moving forward with greater clarity. Most of my videos are reflection, story sharing, writing, and wisdom from my own lived experience, as I believe we are all each other's mirrors. We provide a mirror to each other to be able to see ourselves more clearly. So if you like this video, take what you like and leave the rest. If you enjoy this video, hit the like button and subscribe to stay in the loop for weekly uploads. So first I'll get into a little bit of writing, and then I'll share this 3 questions to ask yourself before entering 2025. I shed what's no longer serving me is the affirmation of the day. Oh, the rebounding is never the solution. Running ahead at 10x the speed in the wrong direction is wasted energy. Short-term gratification is often long-term headache. So we're here doing it the best way we know how this time around. We must sit still. We must feel. Then we will know what to release and what remains. We do keep moving forward like a snake shedding its old skin, expanding into new growth, rebirthed but in the same body, just no longer carrying around dead weight. So I'm going to share with you 3 questions to ask yourself for deeper self-inquiry. These are questions that you can spend a lot of time really sitting with and going deeper on. And I highly recommend taking the time after doing the practice of self-inquiry or writing down in a journal to just sit and meditate and really ask of the universe to really allow that release. This is how we create openness for the new things, for the abundance, for the goodness to enter our lives again. So often we want to run forward, and I'm definitely guilty of that. I've been the type to really focus on my goals and ambitions and resolutions without actually doing the inner work and the integration of reflecting back on what we've learned from the year, what was working, what was not working, and who we want to be in this year ahead, what qualities we more deeply embodied that have been really supporting our well-being and serving us. Because even if this year is new and we're new people, there's still traces of the old, there's still residue. And if we're more conscious of releasing that stuff, then it doesn't carry over so strongly into the new chapter, the new cycles of us and our being and who we want to be. So the first question is, what are you releasing from 2024? Focus on behaviors, ways of thinking, relationships, and anything else that comes to mind for you. I'll share an example of one of mine personally. I'm releasing attachment to prioritizing industries. So in this year, I started the year focused on acting and a career and ambitions there, and was prioritizing this industry over what I was creatively doing independently. And through the year came to the awareness that it wasn't serving me to be prioritizing any kind of industry or system or organization-based thing when I love my autonomy, I love my sovereignty, and the most important thing for me is to be creative every single day. And I'm releasing attachment to accumulating resume credits, accumulating all these external markers of success. And maybe you're going through a similar journey of realizing what feeds you from the inside, and you're releasing the things that you had an attachment to that you might have really clearly indicated that you wanted when you set New Year's resolutions. Maybe they're very goal and specific, and then you realize through this year, oh, it's about the feeling state. I'm releasing things that don't allow me to feel expansive, free, in my power. Maybe there's behaviors of people pleasing, behaviors of not setting clear boundaries, behaviors that you're ready to decentralize from your way of being. Obviously, these still sometimes bubble up and they come up naturally, and we have forgiveness and compassion for ourselves as they do come up. But having the conscious intention of deprioritizing and releasing and shedding some of these behaviors that are not serving us. And then we go to thinking. Maybe there's a way that you've been thinking each day. I know for myself, victim consciousness, releasing the orientation around being victims when telling ourselves stories in our mind. That might be a way of thinking that you're releasing and shedding. Another way of thinking might be thinking about what others need. And that goes back to kind of the people-pleasing quality, the orientation towards maybe setting intense schedules and not allowing ourselves enough flow state, focused on productivity over well-being. And then when it comes to relationships, maybe there's specific relationships in your life that you're releasing. Maybe it's aspiration to be identified with specific groups that you're releasing. Maybe it's attachment to certain identities that you're releasing in this year. Write down whatever comes to mind. Question number 2, what did you learn from 2024 that supported you? Think of behaviors, ways of thinking, relationships. Something that really supported me behaviorally, as an example, is having a morning sadhana. I got really good at maintaining a really good disciplined devotional practice to meditation and movement each morning, prayer, etc. And I honestly think it's been so game-changing, so deeply grateful for that behavior, and to do the same thing at night and have a nighttime ritual. For you, maybe you really loved behaviors that supported your health and well-being regularly. Joining a running group or going to the gym, maybe practicing meditation has deeply supported you. When it comes to ways of thinking, maybe your orientation towards your self-worth is not rooted in what other people perceive as good. It's not attached to external things. So you're constantly allowing yourself to go back to that awareness consciousness, and you're really proud of yourself for cultivating more distance between your thoughts and your reactions, your feelings, your emotions. Maybe there's more spaciousness within you. Maybe there's a behavior you acquired this year around discipline that you're really proud of and you're going to continue carrying forward. So think about different behaviors that have really supported you. What ways of thinking that you currently are holding, and maybe you're semi-regular or really consistent in practicing, that have been your anchoring force, that have really held you during difficult times this year. And finally, think about relationships that really deeply nourished you, supported you. Maybe you made a new friend this year that you feel like you can call and talk about the most intimate things with, and how deeply you appreciate that. What supported you in relationships and your expansion and your feeling your most high expressed whole self. Those are relationships you might want to continue investing in, nourishing in this new year. And last but not least, end on a high. What were the wins from 2024 that you'd like to carry into the new year? These might be small wins on a personal level. Maybe it was losing weight. Maybe it was deepening a relationship. Maybe it was a larger scale win, like graduating from school. Whatever it was, make note of that and really take the time to celebrate our wins, because oftentimes we write these goals and resolutions, etc., for the new year, and we don't go back and actually celebrate ourselves and actually note our wins. Sometimes we hold this mindset that we didn't do enough. We're entering this new year from a place of, oh, we must do more. We must accomplish more because we weren't enough in this previous year. That's not what we're doing in this practice. We're actually taking the time to just be celebratory, to just validate what experiences we had, so that we can be more deeply embodied in the people that we want to be moving forward. One of my obvious wins of this year was starting this YouTube channel, having more discipline to get started. I think the starting is the win. Imagine if my fixation was on a follower count or something of that nature. That's not what we're doing in this time. Really celebrate yourself for all of the beautiful beginnings that you've created, that you've birthed. It takes a lot of inner strength and inner power to do things that excite us, because fear and the resistance ebbs up more strongly when it's something that we really care about, when it's something that is near and dear to our heart. So if you can take the time to really just celebrate all of these little moments, big or small, that have reminded you of the person that you are becoming, that you want to become, so that you're carrying and embodying that energy as you enter the new year, and you're affirming to yourself, I'm doing great. Where I am is exactly where I need to be. And moving forward, I'm going to continue to make higher level based choices, not from a place of fear, but really from a place of love. Those are the questions, and I really deeply encourage you to take the time to really immerse yourself in doing some self-reflection, doing some self-inquiry, even after sitting in meditation, and asking of the universe, please release what is not serving me from this year. Please cleanse my energy body of any energies that are not supporting my well-being in moving forward, and embracing what's new and what's of the highest timeline expansion for me in this new year ahead. Trust that you're being so deeply guided. Trust yourself in your own free will, that you're making choices that are coming from both a heart, mind, and soul-based level, that you're feeling really in alignment, feels good, and ensures that you trust yourself more so in moving forward year over year. And then Maybe these practices of having to write things down won't feel so pressing and won't feel so stressful. It'll be something you look forward to because you start taking life more playfully. You don't start beating yourself down and being hard on yourself. When it comes to setting goals and milestones, you take it playfully. They tend to work out beautifully. It's wonderful when they do. You don't stress when they do not. That's what I'm doing for me this year, and this topic obviously became really relevant to me as we close out December is when we're recording this. Of not jumping ahead so quickly, of really just relishing in what's been working. Even if it feels like there's things that have not worked out, reflect back. In this last 12-month period, I am certain there were many things that were supporting you, that were working for you, and there are things that you've released because they needed to go. Thank you so much for tuning into this video. I'm sending you so much love in the days ahead and doing this reflection. If you enjoyed this video, hit the like button and subscribe to this channel for weekly uploads. Appreciate you being here.